Hello, Donald.
Hey, what's happening?
What is happening? How are you?
Fantastic. All right, so we do have somebody in the chat, and it is Large Guitars. Hey, Larry, what's happening, dude?
Larry.
So, I guess we'd wait till we get a couple. How many people are in the chat? Is just three of us?
Yeah. Yeah. That's early.
All right, where's Larry's in Ohio?
No, he is in. There's PJ Kobe.
Hey,
Hey,
Kobe, what's
PJ.
happening, PJ?
He is in
Nebraska.
Nebraska, right?
Nebraska. Yeah, Nebraska. I knew that. I knew that. I knew that. You don't have to type it in, but if you already did, that's cool. All right, so I need to go to, I think, the live.
Or Oklahoma.
No, Nebraska. It's Nebraska.
Nebraska,
Corn. Yes,
Yeah.
Nebraska.
What is?
Who? Oh, Scott. Not Scott. Jesus Christ, I can't. Dave Hack and Brian. Brian S. used to be in Ohio. Now he's in Florida. Right? Yeah. PJ says in Nevada, 40. Oh, Reno, man. Let me tell you. Hey, PJ, I love Reno, man. Well, I liked it better in 1990. We went back for the camel races in Virginia City somewhere around 2000 something or other. And probably like 2002 or 3. And Reno had really changed. It was like all the dive, what I call the real tiny casinos were like gone. And a bunch of pawn shops were all over the place. But there were the big casinos, they had changed it.
Never been to Reno, just Vegas.
Yeah. Well,
been to Vegas a lot of times.
I won a trip at the dealers for 3 days and 2 nights. It was very cool.
Oh, really?
I loved it, man. They had all kinds of low, like back in those days. I didn't play now I do 3-card poker at the casino when I do a casino if they have it. But back then it was blackjack, and they had lots of $5 tables and $2 and $3 tables. But that was 20 years ago. A lot of new housing going up. Cool.
They had well, you've been to Vegas too, right? You've been to downtown.
Absolutely.
So Union Plaza, they had dad's teaching me how to play craps. And they actually had quarter. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Not now. I mean, this was
back in the day,
1984 or something like that. Yeah. And my father was really. He wasn't a big gambler. He would bet on horses more than anything. Right. But he knew craps really, really good. So he was telling me we went to a couple different places, and there's these high rollers. He's telling me what they're doing and everything. And there's 80,000 games inside the game to do this, don't do that.
It's incredible, and it's like I can't figure out the odds. You got.
I did. That's what I used. I don't remember it now, but like
I couldn't figure out. Like you back, say the 6 is the point, and then you want to back it up.
Yeah, I think the 60 odds were your best. I would. Yeah, I don't remember.
$10, you got to put. It's like how
I knew it. I don't know now. I bought a book on it, and I totally forgot.
$25 and say, look, you got to tell me how much.
I totally forgot. I bet on the pass line and then on the numbers, and like 8 and 6 were your best odds, or I think it was. I don't know.
Is this Judith Heyman?
That's it's my sister. Hi, Judith.
I'm teasing.
Yeah, she knows. She worked there. She worked in the Vegas club. Yeah, many. How many years did you work there? So she knows about it. She knew it better. She was a gambler. She knows it all. Frank is in it.
Frank C. and Paul Lou. Hey, Paul, how's things down in Florida? I'll tell you what, it's Florida north up here, dude. It is like 85, 87, almost 90 degrees. Feels like 100 and something. It's like Florida north up here.
Yeah, well, it was. Well, the humidity wasn't quite as bad, but it was so hot. And I'm cutting the grass. I tell you, I shouldn't. And I got a little teeny bit, but I do mind my neighbors, and I should have taken a break, and I didn't.
8 and 6 is correct. 23 years.
She worked there. 23 years.
6.5 hours. Vegas is 6.5 hours. Wow. No, you're up near. No.
Judy, PJ Kobe is in the chat here. He's in Reno.
Outside of Reno.
Right. There's Paul.
Mid 80s would be. Paul says mid 80s would be nice. Yeah, but I'll tell you, dude, what's the real feel, Paul? I mean,
Actually, the
the
humidity
real
is going
feel.
up. It's
The humidity
49%
so
in here
high
right
up
now.
here. It's so hot. Hey, Mitch, I got a question for you. Got this noise under the house, and I went into the crawl space, and we have a humidifier. That's what it says on the box. There's a box in there, right when you crawl in there. It's this machine. So why, if it's so humid out, why do I need a humidifier run? Why would a humidifier be running if it's humid?
To take the humidity, I don't know.
It
You're asking
doesn't
the
say
wrong person.
it doesn't say dehumidifier. Maybe I
Oh,
didn't look at it close enough. But there's
yeah,
Dwight,
yeah,
this
yeah,
man
you're right.
Bailey. Dwight, you have too many nice guitars. I don't like you anymore.
Man,
You
he's
probably got as good a collection of
as
guitars
anybody,
as anybody on YouTube that I've
and
seen.
they're all high end stuff too.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
So we have on one hand we have Mitch who is scarfing up every deal of
cheap.
guitar available, and on the other hand, here it is. Here we
I
have
think I,
Dwight Bailey who has, oh my God,
I
these
bought
last
what
few
five
guitars.
since December.
Yeah, I
I
mean
don't think I hit
we is
$1,000
out of
or nine hundred
control.
dollars, something
No, I
like that.
know that's what's so cool.
But I do have four nice ones. There,
Right.
believe me,
You've
there's a
got a
big
nice
difference. There's
cross
a big
section of
difference.
guitars.
Yeah,
But you just got to remember to keep playing them. Like you got to pick up that ESP every once in a while and play it.
yeah, I did. Well, I
Or
did. I did too.
what is it? ESP or
Yeah, they're
ESP?
saying LTD, ESP.
LTD.
Same
LTD.
thing. Same
Yeah.
thing. And Dwight Bailey, how many guitars you have?
I think get 20 something or 18. I don't know. I remember. I
Right.
remember with Dave Guitar Channel one time he did a thing where he showed all his guitars and then he got out his guns. Dwight's quite the collector, Dwight. That's very impressive, dude.
Yeah, yeah. All right, since we got a few people, eight people in here or so, what's new? Anything new on your end?
I've been cutting down trees.
Still cutting
And
down
I
trees, huh?
got that, yeah, yeah. And I've got a guy coming in about 3 weeks to take down 5 really, 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 really tall trees, and another one in the front of the side of the. It's kind of in the front, but it's the side of the house because can't use the only way to get back there with the equipment really that makes sense is using my neighbor's driveway, but he just had it repaved a couple months ago, and he doesn't want all this machinery coming down his driveway.
Yeah.
I don't really blame him, even though they put mats and shit down. So we're going to have this one tree taken out, and then they're going to come down the grass. I don't care what they do to the grass. I just want these trees because I'm going to have already I've got 2 pine trees inside the fence in the back of the house, and but it looks like 3 because one was like a Y. It comes up like this, and then there's another one over here. So there were 3. I've got 2 of them, but I got in the doghouse today because I have developed in the last 3 years a chainsaw phobia. I gave away my chainsaws when we moved, and I'm using a handsaw. It's really weird because it's a normal saw. You go back and forth. This one you kind of go, but you're really only cutting when you're pulling it towards you. The teeth are only cutting. Anyway, pine is very, and they're only maybe that wide. These aren't real big trees, but they're far enough away from the house that if they would have fallen the way that they should have, the second one today, yesterday went pretty good. It barely hit the house, just scraped the door of my outside my music room here. But the one today, it fell the wrong way and it put a dent in a small dent in the gutter. So I'm in the doghouse. I should have tied a rope to it.
And you're doing that by yourself, huh?
Yeah. And then I get the clippers and I clip all the branches off. And I took 2 trees to the landfill today. It's not really a landfill, but pay $8 and you dump your shit.
Right.
Get out. So it's only 3 miles from the house.
No new gear.
Now I'm trying to utilize what I have. I've been playing through my PA system a little bit more, out loud instead of through the headphones.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds better through the headphones, through the Helix. I mean, the Helix is like got a
Yeah.
built-in what's interface. So got the computer hooked up to the Helix, so the backing tracks and the Helix come through the stereo, and it's the ultimate sound. I mean,
That's good.
it's just so I don't get that at all when I go, play through the PA system with the speakers. But I got to tweak the presets, but I'm getting used to it, and I got it. I played yesterday, and
Yeah, your last video, I think it was, you put up. Yeah, I mean, ask the people in the chat. It's like one of your best ones.
wow,
That is really good. I mean,
I was bluesing. I was getting into some blues. I'll tell you what,
right.
if you like blues and you want to just jam, Sebastian Zanino, nobody has better. They may be as good, but nobody has better blues backing tracks than Sebastian Zanino. And the links are always on my videos to his.
And I think if you're not monetizing, you can use his stuff. I think.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He doesn't.
Yeah,
care.
yeah,
I mean, I PayPal the guy. I send the guy.
Right.
And
right.
I use a lot of them. Let's see. We have Mickey Settlemeyer there. Hey, Mickey.
Hey, Mickey.
What's happening? And I don't think we've missed anybody. We can choose.
I think Dwight said he's got 24. Just lost it.
We never. Yeah, we asked a question.
Here you go.
24.
Some bass
yeah, he's
guitar.
doing bass. Yeah, that's right. Dwight's doing the bass now. Very groovy.
Right.
I give you a lot of credit, man. I wouldn't know what to do with the bass. Dwight is the Joe Bonamassa of our community. Very cool.
Yeah.
That's yeah. And he rocks out on those things, man. Dwight,
he does.
Man. You've been
he does. He's consistent with his videos.
Yeah.
So I did get something.
In case you haven't seen the video, but you should. Hey, where's the newest edition?
I can't. My back is. I mean, I would pick up the guitar.
Okay.
I got a guitar stand. I had a 5 one. Now this one's a 9 one.
Does that look cool or what, folks?
Cool. So I got all 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I got 9 on there. I could probably get another one.
And then you got 3 on the other one. It's 9, 12.
Yeah.
13 with the telly. 13 with the telly you just got.
I think, and then I got the one in the shop.
14, and then the acoustic. You have one acoustic, right?
Right.
Just one acoustic.
Yeah. I got the made in Mexican Strat up for sale, and should maybe a month now. I had maybe 3 hits on it. One guy, I started out for 600. I got it for 5 now. One guy, he wouldn't know if I was interested in a trade. I said no. And then I got one yesterday. He's got some shop in Tawny Town. And
wait a minute, I was reading a comment. What is it? Who trade for what?
He didn't say. I didn't ask. He wanted to know if I was interested in trading it for something. I said no.
For something. Right. Oh, okay, I got you. Okay.
Then I got one yesterday. This guy has some kind of antique shop in Tawny Town. See, I researched, make sure they're real, right?
Right.
And it was, and he said you can come up here if you don't feel safe. And what's the year of it? And I said it's still available. And as I mentioned in this description, it's a 2021. I have it clear as daylight. But he looked like.
And which one is this now?
The white one.
The white Mexican Strat.
Yeah, I got that up for sale.
Yeah. Right.
And if I'm not crazy. I mean, I just see. I have an American Strat, which is in that picture to the far right. The deluxe, and then I got cheap Strats,
Well, is the used guitar market still the same, where you can pretty much get what you paid for it?
On the high, maybe on the higher end, you'll do better on I would do better on the Gibsons and maybe the Fenders, but I don't think I would get whatever I paid for the. I don't know. I have to look it up. The Gibsons, I think some of the Gibsons go up in price. I think I saw what we paid for our Blueberry Burst. I see them more than what we paid for.
Is that right?
I have. I don't know about, but it changes. Yeah. I don't know what it is now. Right. By the way, guys in the chat, how's our audio?
Yeah,
Don's is really good to me. I mean, I don't know. I can't hear myself. I don't know how I sound, and sometimes I'm too loud.
PJ says, drives me crazy when people ask, is it still available? And you have it up for sale.
Who said
Is
that?
one good? Does one mean good?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, here it is, PJ. I know. I have to. I think I
No,
have that.
I've got it up for. I'm just teasing everybody with the ad that I have up. It's not available.
I did,
That's
but
what I would say to the guy.
yeah.
Just messing with you.
I
I
might
put
have
it
it
up
up
for
there. If it's
sale.
still, a lot of people do put that up in the description. If the ad's still here, it's available. And but there's you do get a lot of spammers trying to spam you, so and whatnot. But on the Ivy, it's in the shop. All he had to do was just like follow the fret a little bit, like towards the I forgot exactly what he said, but wasn't that much. And I say go and just do the regular setup too while you're at it, so I don't have to put new strings on it.
I want to interrupt this conversation for
Sure.
advertisement. Tonight's live stream, the Don and Mitch Show on the Mitch Heyman channel, is brought to you by Jacobs Creek of Australia, Cabernet Sauvignon. So cheers to you all with a little wine tonight.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
As I rudely interrupted you, continue.
Oh, you're done. Okay. I had diet, some kind of diet. What was it? Diet,
root beer?
Grape. So
Grape. Okay.
I like it stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Good job.
Oh, here's a question for you, Don.
What's that? What do you think about Ryan's EMG?
There's this guy. There's a YouTube channel called OU812.
Okay.
And this guy's they have a really elaborate system on it. This Ryan, I forget his last name. He's from Texas, I believe. And R2R3's on there, and John, another gentleman's on there, and it's like 4 of them. And Ryan has a Rodecaster Pro 2 mixer. It has all this, and he's got these multiple amps. They're doing like wet, dry, wet with multiple amps and all.
Well, what's a Rodecaster? What's a Rodecaster?
A mixer.
A mixer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like a $700 mixer. It comes with all these effects and stuff you can do.
Christ.
Anyway, and he doesn't get he's actually miking up his amps. He's not getting any. There's no underwater stuff on there.
Really?
Yeah, and John does it the same way. And Symmetry, what's the other guy's name? Frank Symmetry, Trevor. Is that his name? He's going to get one too, and he's going to do this wet dry thing, and he gets some really incredible sound.
Wow.
Well, one of the shows last week, Ryan actually he had an American Strat. He put new pickups, changed the pick guard in it. He put these EMs. It took him like 20 minutes. Yeah. Took like less than a half hour to change, and it was solderless.
Really?
Yeah,
it's one of those things you snap them in and out, huh?
Yeah, you didn't have to, and I guess because it was active, use batteries. You didn't have to ground it, or you know how you have to ground it on the on a spring in the back or whatever. So it only took like 20 minutes, but I thought it sounded good. He was getting some kind of noise from he has some kind of wireless unit. Oh, which I hate. Here it's acting up right now. My G10 from my the Line 6. It's like it. I'll show you here. It might take me a while. All right, I think you can see that. See,
that's the charging station.
Yeah, it's like so. I can't get it to connect half the time. I got to play with this.
Let me tell you something.
It's a known problem. See, I got to play with it. So right now it's connected, but I got to press on it. So I got to put something heavy on the cable. Some people say it's in the board on the little unit inside.
Huh. Well, I'll do a commercial right here then for Boss WL20. The box just happens to be there. This is a great wireless system. Now, I will say this: if I'm not a gigging musician, I've never gigged in my life. I never will. Never been in a band. The last time I played live out anywhere was down in the Bahamas, and that was 20 years ago. But anyway, The W. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, you kind of see them.
Oh, I got it. I got to connect. It's a pain in the
But
ass.
this is a very good system. But I don't think it would be the boss. I don't think it would be good if you were gigging unless you had a set of two.
Right.
They don't hold a charge very long. But I have no problems at all with my boss.
So I got these.
Mitch, it's funny. It's such a shame because I just use this into a what are these called? What are
USB
cable? USB cable into my laptop, and it charges them.
Yeah, that's what I do with these. I got it, and actually comes with a dual. Where is it? Here it is.
You got a whole station you put it into, right?
Not this. This is like yours. This is like yours, except it has one USB cable and two connectors. And but I started using this again.
I would like that.
I started using this again, and then it messed up real bad one time. Then it was all right, and but that the G10, the Line 6, it gets me pissed off because it just does not connect to the unit, right.
The only problem,
and it's a common problem. Not everybody has it, but a lot of people do. I have
the only problem I have with my wireless is on my Les Paul, and I'll tell you what, I love my Les Paul, but I think Gibson. We got when did we get those? We got them 3 years ago, so we got them in like 2020. Okay, right around then. And how long have they been building the Les Paul? Since the 50s?
Yeah.
60 years, 60, 70 years they've been building these goddamn guitars.
Mm-hmm.
The input, output jack, whatever. Where you plug your guitar cord into the guitar,
output.
It's an output jack. Yeah, but it comes loose. And I finally got it tight, and it doesn't come loose anymore. But the one that plugs into the guitar on the Les Paul, sometimes I have to jiggle it. It loses contact. Yeah, only with the Les Paul. I've tried it with all my other guitars, had no problems at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, it's so much. It's because I love it because I have to get up and from my chair if I'm sitting down doing it, or if I'm standing back, I'm back here playing. Okay,
mm-hmm.
And up here where my hands are is where my laptop is right now. And the camera, but my camera's on a tripod here, the Zoom Q8. So I've got to go back and forth, and with the cord, Christ, next thing you know, you're grabbing something or other. The cord wireless is just so. That's the great.
I started getting used to. I started getting used to it lately because I've been using it a lot.
If you're in a band and not have that cord to worry about, then eventually the cords, they screw up.
I don't know if Paul Lewis still in here. I think he had the G10 and his broke on him. He got a higher end system. I forget what the brand name was. Yeah, mine does it. Yeah,
hey, you know what? That's something you got to get, Mitch. This is what you have to. You don't have anything with EMGs.
No, I'm not crazy about. I know they don't. I know they have stuff that's not all active, but I wasn't too crazy about them. I played guitars with them before, or borrowed some guitars. Yeah, I'm not crazy about active pick. If I got to put a battery in them,
I had that Paul Reed Smith Torero, and I could never. Occasionally, I did some videos that sounded good, but I didn't. I got rid of it right after I got. Well, I didn't really mess with it.
Hey, we have a new.
What do we have?
We have a newcomer here. I just lost him.
Mark's gas station.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Yeah, welcome. Thanks for joining.
I think it's that Gear Acquisition Center.
Oh yeah. Station. That's right.
That rings a
welcome
bell.
To our little.
How many we got watching us?
6. We had 9.
Well, chased him away. I probably chased him away with the
oh yeah, Ryan has. Yeah, there's nothing cheap at any of his equipment.
What's that thing cost? About $500 or $600 a shoe.
I don't know. You know what they go for, Frank? Yeah, Frank. I think Frank. Weren't you talking about getting
I think the boss was 150.
Wet, dry, wet.
Remember?
Is that what you pay for yours?
I think so.
I did love your creamer. Yeah, I did love that. Yeah, I did love that. Or love the feel. But I mean, I'm still not. I just to me putting a
They're too hot. They're too hot, gnarly.
Putting up a 9-volt battery. I remember a friend of mine. I borrowed his. What did he have? It was a Schecter, whatever it was,
Schecter, yeah,
Les Paul style, but it had active pickups.
Uh-huh.
So he let me borrow it, and the battery's dead in it. I'm trying to get this is when I have my boss katana. Right. Hey, Brandy, what's going on with this? I can't. Oh, battery might be dead. He said, sure enough, I'll put a new battery in there. Yeah. But I don't have nothing against it. And the other one was a gimmick. The what's the other one?
How long does a battery last in one of this? It's quite a while. I think it lasts quite a while.
They last forever on here on my keyboard and little battery. Yeah. But the what's the one with the effects, Frank? The Sustainiac.
Sustainiac.
And that it's a gimmick, but you can get good sounds. But it's like it's a learning curve how to do it. There's some nice videos out there.
I think that guy Davidas does that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
you get some nice sounds on there, but it's like you're gonna have to play with it for a while.
The guy's got over 1 million subs.
Really?
But I tell you what, he's good. He's very talented. Very talented. I don't know. I get tired.
Do you watch stuff besides guitar? Do you ever watch any other videos on YouTube?
I watch golf stuff and golf podcast.
Gussie, who's not here now, Gussie turned me on. There's this guy out, and he's out in Cambridge, probably not too far from you. What he does, he calls out these people that lie that say they were Navy SEALs. Do you know who I'm talking? Don Shipley.
Stolen Valor.
Stolen Valor. Don Shipley. And you got to watch him, Don. I guarantee you'll get addicted. You'll love his personality. He's got the Maryland accent. Yeah. I guess he's living in Maryland because one of his videos said he was in Virginia, but I think he's in Cambridge. And he calls out these guys that pretend they had, they were Navy SEAls, and he was a Navy SEAL, 24 years, 20 whatever it was. Yeah. And it's really good. And his wife. His wife's from Kentucky. His wife's from Kentucky or Tennessee. She's got the real hillbilly. I mean, it's comical.
Send me a link to this guy Ryan, and send me a link to the to the guy in Cambridge.
Don Shipley. I will.
I remember when I forget, Will Gelvin was going after somebody about Stolen Valor, I think, back in the day. Too much drama on those channels. But anyway,
well, this guy's what he does. People contact him. He'll call it. I mean, you don't want somebody to get. I mean, like these people are getting paid to speak at events. They're fake. They're not real, right? Yeah.
Well, there's been some of the politicians, and they get away with it. Right. They're still in Congress. They should be like.
They're all.
Hey, there's Jesse's guitars. What's happening, Jesse?
Jesse, how are you?
Talked to him earlier today. Jesse is on the DL. Has a bad Achilles tendon. Laura's message was retracted. Larry, did you say something bad?
It does it all. It'll do it automatically.
Really?
Yeah, if it deems it. And I don't know what I have it set on, but certain things. Yeah, I don't even see it. Oh, I'm not on the chat. I'm on the. I'm not on the right chat. Oh, here we go. He might have deleted it. Yeah.
Does Frank see it? Frank, you don't have a helix, do you? Does Frank have a helix?
He had to stomp.
Oh, okay.
And he's got a lot of stuff, but I don't know. Frank, I know you were talking about the wet dry thing. Are you talking about doing the whole thing, getting a tube amp, or just use what you have, or getting the Roadcaster 2 Pro 2?
Frank, who didn't like your guitars?
Who didn't like your guitars? I like them. I like them all. Some better than others, but
I tell you what, we're all over the place. PJ is in out in Nevada. We got Delaware covered. Somebody, I think,
Yeah, I
North
did like
Carolina,
I would
Florida.
an SM Kramer. If somebody wanted to give me one, I'd take it. I
Mark's
did like
gas
that.
station. What part of the country are you from, sir? Don't want your address. Just proximity, state, regional too.
I'm in. Me and Don are both from the
Baltimore,
Baltimore. Yeah, just north of Baltimore.
County, Baltimore
And
County.
but we both moved. I'm
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
I've been in Pennsylvania for 30 years.
And
And
I'm down near the ocean, hon.
the ocean.
In Delaware. Oh no. All right, Tom, shut the show down. Quentin's here.
It's Quentin James.
Quentin James.
Oh, he's in Clearwater. Very
Clearwater,
good.
Florida, groovy. That is. I don't have my hat. That's in the other room, but that is a very cool spot. Last May, I went. Not this year, but 2022, May 2022. I went down to my niece who lives in Dunedin, which for the other people, you know this, but for the other people is like northwest Tampa in Florida. And we rode e-bikes from Dunedin to Clearwater. And it is such a cool place. That is really cool.
I was in
Guitar Hack.
Hey,
The
Hack.
Hackster.
The hack
Canada,
is the hack is back.
Isolate me for a second.
Isolate you. Okay. Solo, and I forget how to do it. Here you go.
Oh, it's not in focus.
Yeah, we can see it. We can see it.
Guitar
Hack. See it.
Go to the Guitar Hack channel and get your Guitar Hack merch because he's got some cool shit. Cool shit. Yeah, right. Look at the shirts. Shirts are great.
Mm-hmm.
I mistakenly, I have 4. I think I was supposed to only have 3, but I was drunk one night and I went from black. I changed my mind to blue, but I didn't take black out of the.
So you got a couple
out of the shopping cart, so I got both. Who cares? I got them. I'll wear.
Oh, here's Gussie. Gussie's in that house.
Gussie Wells, what's happening?
Yeah, we got 11 here. We got 11 here. Gussie, I'm turning Don on to Don Shipley. I'm going to send him some links to watch.
Yeah.
Very good.
Hack is the how's the air quality up in your way? Because you were up near that, weren't you near the where all the fires were? Wasn't that around Toronto?
I think it was
Quebec. Was it Quebec?
It was. I think it was further northwest. I don't know.
I don't know.
But it did affect us down here. We did get some, like for 1 or 2 days.
My aunt lives in Manhattan, and it was terrible.
Well, they were having fires in Jersey too at the same time.
Well, yeah.
I don't know what part
I'm
that
sure
covered.
that contributed. Common.
Yeah.
All right, air is okay there. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, it's probably beautiful right now.
So, hey, listen, everybody. I got to tell everybody. I sent Guitar Hack an email the other day. Back during the COVID, one of the things that kept me sane during that time was the live streams a lot of people were doing. Hack had been doing live streams, but then he teamed up with Brian S. and Dave guitar. Well, now he's picks and paints, but Dave and Dave Stafford who's kind of like retired from YouTube up here, Stafford's music studio. And one thing that it was kind of like just a small group of us. We would go on the live stream to the Hack Shack. Okay. So you were asking me, do I watch videos that, aren't guitars? And one that I do watch is this really cool dude somewhere in Ohio. And he's a golf guy, but he's got, I think, a construction company. He's got a lot of property, acres and acres of property, and somewhere in Ohio. I don't know what town. But he built his own golf green and golf course. It's just one fairway, but it's lined by trees. And up in the trees, he's got different tee boxes.
Right.
He's got 9 different tee boxes for this one green. And it's called Spud Run Golf. Spud, S-P-U-D, Run Golf. Really cool. So he's built his channel up pretty big. And a lot of people follow it and all. And he's built like a shack that people can, where you can sit there and watch people playing golf and drink beer or eat, barbecue or whatever. And he's also built he's got what a Airbnb, whatever, one of those things, bed where you can stay there, go there and stay and play the thing. And he calls it, but the place where you can sit there and just drink some beers or whatever beverage of your choice, a soda or some whiskey. He calls that the Hack Shack. Because in golf, there's a lot of hacking going on in golf. If you're a golf hack like myself, you're not very good, but you play it like you live for it, like I do. And but anyway, he said the Hack Shack. It's like, oh man, I remember going to the Hack Shack during COVID, man. So.
Now, yeah, I bet you, with your knowledge,
Hack got a new stretch. You see it?
Yes, yep. With your knowledge of golfing and your love for it, I bet you if you did it, you would come up. If you did your own YouTube channel about it, golf. I bet you if you wanted to be successful.
If I had something like, if I could get Janet to be the camera work, I could help out a lot of really bad golfers.
Really?
They wouldn't become like scratch golfers. In other words, like, really, really good, but they would have a lot more fun. There's two things that the average guy that just goes out and plays 2-3 times a year or once a month or every 3 months, but really likes it, but just isn't that good. And there's two things, is how you swing the club, obviously. And there's certain things you can do, because most people, when they play golf, they hit the ball and instead of it going straight, it goes out and then curves to the right. It's called a slice. Like if you go to the driving range, most of your drives are going to go way out there, even if you hit it long, but it's going to make a right-hand turn, and it's not going to go. So there's a lot of different ways, but the problem with the instructional channels on YouTube is that they start talking about cupped wrist and inside out swing and this and that, and it makes your head explode because you don't really know what they're talking. Now, if you're standing there with somebody taking a lesson, they can make it make sense. But on a YouTube video, you can't stop.
So the average person's not going to know what they're talking about.
And then there's certain things to do when you're out there, when you hit a bad shot, instead of making an even worse shot on the next shot, there's things to do between your ears, strategies, so that instead of like 18 holes, you're supposed to shoot par 72. Well, I shoot right now, I've regressed. I'm shooting between 90 and 100. I was down into the low to mid 80s about 6 months ago, but I've, something's going, and I play a lot. But the average person, when they go out and play 18 holes, shoots about 120 or 110. They don't break 100. And then you get better, you break 100, you're in the 90s, then you get better, you're shooting in the 80s, and then you get better. And we're not going to talk golf. We're going to chase.
Yeah, but I mean, anyway, Janet, you could.
I could do a tripod, YouTube channel.
A tripod.
But you got to get different angles, and you got the editing. I don't know how to edit video.
Oh yeah, you would need.
So anyway, I do. Hacks. Let's talk about.
Yeah, he's really he said it's a keeper so far. It's a keeper. It's doing everything he wants it to do.
I swear I watched the video. Which guitar did you get rid of and then get the new white Strat? Because this one has a humbucker in the bridge, which is very cool, I think.
I think he got rid of it was the exact same guitar.
The other white.
It was the same one. It just didn't play the way he
wasn't that one 3
single? I forget. Now you get
the one you got rid of 3 single coils, I think. Yeah, I think that's going to be your gigging guitar, Hack.
Yeah, he did get rid of one of the ones that he had. But the one he just got, he had the same one. But how long ago was it? A 3 months ago, Hack? That the other one didn't.
Yeah, everybody was buying white.
Just wasn't right.
When you got yours, right? How long ago did you get your white?
I got mine a year ago. A little over a year
ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
They go for $850 now. There's a Mexican, right? I got it for $6. And it was only a year old when I got it.
I don't know how much you're going to sell that for, but I wouldn't.
Well, I have it. I started at $6. I have it for $5. I'm not going any below. One guy did offer me $400. I said, no.
I would take it off the market and wait a year and sell it for $7. 750, 8. Don't
Well,
touch it.
they're not going up. They're not
Yeah,
going
they
up.
are. Yeah, they will.
No, no.
Yeah, they
They're
will. You wait.
everything I'm seeing. They're not.
Dude,
They're not
it's
going up.
2023. I mean, it's
They may. I mean, with
shit is so expensive today. My God, they have a soft ice cream place down. Because I'm 8 miles from the beach, right? So they got this little boardwalk in Bethany Beach, and Ocean City's got a monster board. This Coors, Kohrs, soft ice cream, custard,
mm-hmm.
small cone, $6 for a small. And I mean, it's not that small. They give you a lot of ice cream on
So
this
you've been
small.
on the boardwalk already in
I
Ocean City?
haven't been to Ocean City boardwalk, but Bethany
Okay.
has a little
Okay.
boardwalk. No,
Right.
I'm Ocean City. It's too crowded, and it's really changed, Mitch. It's not
Yeah.
the Ocean City that we grew up around.
Oh, I see. They have a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble sometimes.
Okay. Listen, I think we have a pretty good crowd in here. I'm going to change the subject.
Sure.
I mean, we're going to go into we're going out of the stadium on this one. We're going to probably need an intervention here soon because Mitch is right over the border of Maryland. And, Maryland, you can now go into your dispensary or your weed store. We might have to go up to Pennsylvania and do an intervention because I'm afraid Mitch is going to revert, go to the weed store.
It's been 30.
I know. Did they legalize it in Pennsylvania?
I don't know. I think I don't pay attention. I mean, they have that the BCD or whatever that stuff's in there. You can get that, the
oil,
stuff with that.
Yeah.
CBD
oil. But
I think you can get both actually.
Maryland's open for business. Now you can walk in and just buy a joint if you want. Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Delaware approved it, the legislation, but it takes them a year before you can they all the corruption, selling the. I'd love to see the behind the scenes selling the licenses to have it, because there's only so many licenses, and Ocean City's not allowing it. I always thought Ocean City was Wycomico County. It's Worcester County.
Worcester.
Yeah.
Yeah, PJ. Yeah, I got mine for 600 last year. Of course, it's over a year ago. They do have. I mean, they do have prices all over the place. They do have some good prices for used stuff at Guitar Center.
Christ, Mitch, I'm tempted to buy your Strat for $500. I'll turn around and sell it. I'll make money on it.
Well, I mean, I'm just keeping it where it is.
$500 to sell that guitar?
Yeah, I got it down. I'm not going to. I'm just leaving it right there. But I'm looking at them. Other people are selling even less than what I'm selling around here. But
Jesse says that, but dude, I mean, the money, the revenues they're going to make out of selling it is going to be crazy. All the deaths, the car accidents, and the people flipping out because it's so strong. Let me tell you something. I had some friends in Maryland that had the medical marijuana card. They've had medical marijuana. A lot of places do.
Yeah.
And every once in a while they'd slip me a bud. Shit's too strong. I mean, it's nothing like any. Don't hold it against me, but in the 70s and 80s, probably into the 90s, I was quite a doober. Half the fun is smoking it. If you're going to do it, okay, you can't. This stuff is so strong. You'll be not hallucinating, but you'll lose motor control.
I haven't. Last time
it would last me 3 months. One bud would last me 3 months.
Yeah, it was just socially. If it was around, I would. But I'm telling you, it was like 1987 last time I did it.
Is that right?
Yeah, I just gave it up. I just stayed away from. I don't want nothing to do it. I don't need it. I'm not a drinker. I haven't had a drink since that red stuff I was drinking. What was that? 2 years ago now.
That was fun, man.
Yeah,
I don't know if any of you guys remember that, but Mitch got wasted.
Well, it's not going to take me much, even though I'm fat and everything.
It was just.
I'm
fun.
just not used to drinking.
It was fun because a lot of you people when we were doing the weekly thing and COVID and post-COVID, when live streams were more the thing.
Alabama.
You see me get wasted. Pennsylvania.
Oh,
what did that say? One and Alabama in the middle, too conservative. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't realize that. I didn't think Pennsylvania was that conservative.
Yeah, but we have a.
It's run by. I mean,
I don't even know who the guy. I think don't we have a
they have such a
Democratic
voting mass
governor.
in Philadelphia and the outskirts of Philadelphia. I think that pretty much most everything goes Democrat in Philadelphia, doesn't it? In Pennsylvania,
I tell you what,
that's what I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. What do
remember,
I don't know.
that main. Remember when we went to Links, that main road there.
Yeah,
So it's 94 in PA. So you hit Maryland, it turns into 30.
30. Okay.
Then it
Right.
turns
Yeah.
into Reisterstown Road.
Right.
But
Exactly.
as soon as I go from PA to Maryland, the road is much smoother in Maryland, and we have some of the highest gas taxes in the country for gas.
Yeah.
Yet our roads are like,
Maryland's. I didn't read the article, but I saw the headline. Maryland's raising their gas tax 10%.
Oh really? Oh really? I noticed it hasn't been that much
cheaper.
cheaper.
They're just trying to get gas back to $4 a gallon. They want it to be $4 a gallon. I don't know why they want it to be $4 a gallon, but I think these politicians want gas to be $4 a gallon. I don't understand that.
Yeah, it would be when you're away from the big cities. I would think, Jesse. Yeah,
Center County. Where the hell's Center County? I have to look that up, Jesse.
PA is a huge state. It's a huge state.
Well, that's the problem with PA and the roads. They've always had shitty roads because it's a humongous state, man.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's bigger than Maryland and Delaware put together.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
well, Maryland is they're really small,
tiny, and
small
Delaware's
states,
even small. Delaware's even smaller. I tend to go for small states. I've gone from Maryland to Delaware because I prefer.
It's more intimate.
Okay, hey, so, I'm going to change the subject again. So I'm drinking Cabernet Sauvignon. My short career as a bartender before I completely retired at the train station, you'd have people would come in and the ladies would always say, "What kind of wine do you have?" I say, "You want white or red?" They go, "White." I said, "Well, we have oh Christ, but anyway, what's the white with the C? Not Chablis. No, brain crack. But anyway, so I'd say if I would go Pinot Grigio, they'd always say, "I'll have the Pinot Grigio." But then sometimes I'd say we have Sauvignon Blanc. So I'd say, what's the main white wine with a C?
There's Zinfandel.
Zinfandel. That's
I don't know.
Pink. That's pink.
Chardonnay.
Thank you, PJ.
Chardonnay.
Jesus Christ, because I used to drink a lot of Chardonnay. Anyway, so I'd always start off. We have Chardonnay, we have Pinot Grigio, we have Sauvignon Blanc. If I said Sauvignon Blanc with an outrageous French accent, they'd always order that. Now, if I would go, we have Chardonnay, we have Pinot Grigio. No, we have Chardonnay, we have Sauvignon Blanc, we have Pinot Grigio. They always order the Pinot Grigio, not all the time, but 90% of the time, they'd order whatever I hammed up the pronunciation of.
Just give me some Moga David and I'll be fine. I'll be fine with God.
Hey,
be fine with God too. Nah. Boone's Farm.
Boone's Farm. Oh, geez.
That's like the first wine I think I ever drank.
All the chicks drank that and got sick.
15 years old.
Hopefully you got around them before they got sick.
I was 15 years old at an elementary school.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not in school, but it was at night. On a
field parties. Field parties, they call them.
I don't even know how we got. I don't know. I just know we did it. I don't know how.
I
don't remember everything.
There was always somebody had a way of getting it, or that Because I remember one guy, our junior year of high school, he had peach fuzz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 10th grade going into the summer going into our junior year of high school. He had a lot of peach fuzz on his mustache, So his girlfriend would color it in with her mascara. He'd go in and get served.
Oh.
Wouldn't even card him. There were certain places you knew that you could go in and buy. You're not going to get a fifth of Jack Daniels, but you're going to get beer or wine. This is back, in the.
Do you remember Cal Bittner's in Randallstown? Do you remember that place?
No.
Joe next to Joe Grimm. Remember Joe Grimm Ford? It was right next to there.
Yeah.
Then across the street, they had Henny's.
That's Randallstown, right?
In Randallstown, exactly.
Yeah.
And Henny's across the street, and you would buy something, to go, and the guy, I forget his junior, he'd give you your money back. He wouldn't let your hand go. You got to figure that out, Don.
Give me that wine with a screw. Hey, that's what I've got, Jesse. Jacobs Creek from Australia. Instead of paying $10 for the big bottle, $11 for the big bottle, I got I paid $15. I just thought that was too cheap to spend on wine.
Mm-hmm.
But from Australia, and the only reason it's more money is because it costs more to get it here to Australia than from California.
Right. Yeah,
I avoid California wines. I read something about the water that they use is there's too much not chlorine, chlorine, no, fluoride or chlorine, one or the other in their water out there, Washington State and California. But that's teach his own. Teach his own.
Does Maryland have it too? A lot of chlorine in the water.
Oh, yeah.
They did anyway.
They did.
I think that's why I still have my teeth.
Delaware, they just changed from one thing to another. Something, I don't know. It kind of freaked me out to hear that. It's like I'd rather not have heard. Just don't tell me about it. Just
we're on well water here, and
we have sewage and city water, whatever. It's not well water.
But but for cooking we just buy bottled water. Because they have issues with it, every now and then.
My wife wouldn't go for it, but I'd really like to get one of those water treatment things because they're folks, you want to really gross yourself out and think you're going to die tomorrow. Take a sample of your water to some lab somewhere and have it tested for all the shit that's in it.
They would find some.
Literally is shit in your water.
But ours gets so bad, like the insides.
They put fluoride in it. They put the fluoride,
I mean, ours, because it's every now and then it's. Like the toilets, the backs of the toilets, it gets all red, and I got to clean it, get it cleaned out. I don't want to drink that stuff, and people complain. Ours is all right. The pressure is horrible here, but a lot of people are worse than mine. The people, especially these newer homes that they moved in. I live in a mobile home park. I'm what you call modern day trailer trash.
You're not trail. That's a nice. I'm
telling you,
very nice.
This is a very nice park, probably in a 50-mile radius. You wouldn't think. I mean, it's so clean around here, and the people are upper scale. You don't see no trouble. Yeah. No trouble up in here.
Dude,
they sold out. They sold out to this big conglomerate.
Oh,
first thing he did, jacked up the rates. It's like $720. We started at $450. $450 when we moved in.
Oh my God! Yeah, now you've been there 3 years?
It was $450 when I moved in. We're paying $6, but people coming in now if they buy a new one, or what, $725.
Yeah,
$725.
Right.
But it's still cheaper, and even the prices went up. They say these investor experts say don't buy a mobile home. Well, these old homes they're going up in prices. My neighbor's house she's selling hers for like $30,000 more.
Look, if you take the difference in property taxes, you're paying. Do you pay property taxes?
Yeah, but it's a lot cheaper than
it's a lot cheaper.
We live in South Hand. That's why we did it.
Hey, give up your house and go try to rent somewhere. You can't get a 1-bedroom apartment. It's $2,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment. Oh, we have somebody that's.
Hello, Jose.
Jose Monrobian. Hey, Jose. Do you know him?
I think he came in before, not recently.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome to the channel again. If it's not your first time.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Are you a guitar player, Jose, or a musician, or you just like?
You don't have to be.
You don't have to be. There's no rules. We're a very inclusive live stream.
Yeah, but what were we just talking about? I forgot. I lost my.
How much it costs to rent a place, or
it's still way cheaper. I mean, these 1-bedroom apartments are going for $1,000, $1,300 around here.
Well, okay, you're in the outskirts. You're kind of like out there a little. You're in God's country. Okay, come into the metropolis. Metropolis of Baltimore County or outside of Philadelphia, and I'm telling you, your rent is going to be around $2,000. That's a lot of money.
It's
much
crazy.
Money. I mean, I thought I was like stretching in the 80s to pay $350 a month, and I had someone else splitting it with me.
yeah. Just things are, but it's so quiet. You don't get the big crime here like you do in Baltimore. I mean, we did have a murder here about 36 years ago. Somebody got murdered here. Yeah, you get them, but not often, And
I got to admit, it's shocking that occasionally on the local newscast you hear somebody. It's usually around Salisbury, which is more of a city. You're getting away from the resort, type, and you hear about a murder, but it's so rare. It's So,
Yeah, I used to go to fishing. I used to go fishing quite a bit in Salisbury. They had some ponds there, or Johnson's Pond, or they're in some of the rivers there. Really,
I was talking. My brother-in-law and his wife came down for their anniversary and stayed in Ocean City, and they came by here Wednesday, and we were talking about fishing. And I had to think the last time I went fishing was probably in the late 70s, mid to late, say 78, 79. My grandmother's neighbor at home came down, and he had a boat, and we went fishing in the bay, not in the ocean, in the bay. All I caught were crabs, blue crab, crabs with claws. I didn't catch one fish.
Yeah, I mean, you did have a lot.
When you say that, when I caught crabs.
I went. Well, last time I went, we got places up here. I rented a boat with my son about 4 or 5 years ago. But that's the last time I went. But I had my own boats, little cheap used aluminum boats, John boats, whatever. But I did go down to the bay. I had like a 35 horsepower Johnson. So we went to Sandy Point, right? We launched out of there.
Right.
My friend's going to show me how to catch some rockfish because I never.
How close did you get to the Bay Bridge?
I was right underneath the Bay Bridge.
Fishing. Is that right? You were underneath the Bay Bridge?
If it's not rough, it's you can put something little.
That is so cool.
And it was pretty. It was pretty calm.
What's it look like under there, looking up at the bridge? Weird.
No, but we were catching rockfish. We had big rattle traps, and we did catch 2 of them, but we couldn't keep them. And then
why not?
It was out of season, and so you got to let them go. And they were like 18 inches. And I lost one of my. It hit it on some of the pollens of the Bay Bridge, busted. Anyway, but we see these crabs on the pollens underneath Bay Bridge. I came home with a couple dozen crabs. I hadn't had my net with me, just net them, and they were really good. Yeah,
were they big, fat ones? All right.
Yeah, they were good. They were large, medium to large, decent size, definitely decent, and full.
PJ's got a good point. Oh yeah, okay. So Jose does play guitar. Well, cool. All right, I got to check out your channel. Do you have any content on your channel?
I'll tell you in a minute.
All right, cool. PJ's got a good point. Interest rates are crazy too. Is that nuts? It's like what, 7%, 6, 7, 8% for interest rates, and like 2 years ago it was like under 4. What is going on?
Well, he's got some stuff, not much content.
All right, well, that's all right. You don't have to. Some people do. Some people don't.
Yeah, I belong to that budget.
We appreciate you coming in and watching us talking about nonsense.
Don, I belong to this Facebook forum, right?
Yeah.
For cheap guitars. It used to be called Minor Price something. Now it's Budget Guitar Universe, whatever. Right. And they got over 1,500 people in there, but it's only like a handful that will post a video, right?
Anybody give you a hard time on your pink?
Yes. Oh, my I had one guy. He just attacked me, literally attacked me when I was saying the review on the Ivy.
You played well on that review. You played well.
It was on the Ivy, not the pink one, the one that's in the shop.
The Ivy, okay.
Right? And I was saying this is wrong, this is wrong, and I thought it was used because I know it was used because there's some of the wrap was off, and
right.
Anyway, and Amazon said send it back, or we can give you we'll knock some money. I said all right, I'll keep it.
That's the best deal you've gotten yet,
and he's giving me hell for it. And they're the ones that gave me they said I could do that. They gave me the choices. Anyway,
I think some people.
Then I posted one on the pink one, the tally saw I got.
Right.
And what did the guy goes? Oh, and I'm playing with a clean sound.
Mm-hmm.
And I did have some reverb and delay on it. And he goes, how about turning off the delay and let's hear how it sounds. And this guy don't know. He probably don't know I'm playing with a DAW, and they just don't know what they're talking about.
Exactly.
It's sad.
I think a lot of people that comment, the comments on anything, blogs, YouTube videos, whatever social media, it's like their goal in life is to try to make other people as miserable as they are. They have to be miserable to give you a hard time about having too much delay on a clean setting on a guitar. I just watched that video. That didn't buy. I could tell what the guitar sounds like. It sounded better with the delay on it than without the delay. So
I think so.
put some delay on it or
Yeah, I mean,
reverb. You can do reverb. It's people are just
but
like that.
but almost everybody in there is really the moderators are good. I mean, most of them they all work on their own guitars. They're helping me. They're helping me how to do stuff. Like I said, I'm gonna do my own fret job, fret and crowning and all that, and me flop out pickup, do some soldering. I can do all that. Well, I know Jesse can do it. He knows how to do all stuff.
Jesse, it changes the tone, but you can still hear what a guitar sounds like, I think, with delay on it.
Yeah,
but
I think
but only I think it's very hard to put a guitar into just an amp or into a mixer or into a PA or whatever, a DAW, whatever you're putting it into, and play it with nothing on it at all.
I agree.
Very few. There are the great unwashed that can make it sound good, but you, me, and a lot of other people playing a guitar like that.
I'm going to try to.
It's not going to sound very good.
I'm going to grab the pink one I just got. So just
show it.
But my back is killing me.
Don't hurt your back. Mitch is on the DL with the bad back. Oh. Hey, Francis is in town. Hey, Francis, what's happened? The padded pedal room's here.
Francis.
Cool.
Look at that, Jesse.
His channel out. He's one of the great ones.
This is Leo James, and they had it on sale for. It still might be for like $150, and it's got Alnico 5s. Well, their version of the Alnico 5s. They sound okay. They sound all right for me. The only thing is, this is a regular scale, Fender scale, right? And it's got 10s. I'm only used to playing 10s on the Gibson scale, which is shorter, and it's kind of a little hard. I might flip them out with 9s. So I'm trying to get used to it.
But are you gonna mess with the frets on that? Weren't you gonna? No, that was me. My telly needs the frets.
I had 2 sharp frets, the second and the third. The second one is grabbing the E string. I had to follow that down. It's fine. It's no problem now.
The Cabernet Sauvignon has kicked in because I was getting my telly mixed up with Mitch's telly. When Jesse, well, it's going to be a while because he's got a bad ankle, but he's going to come down here eventually. There's certain parts of the neck on my telly when you bend notes, it feels scratchy, so the frets have to be
I'm going to get
polished or clean, whatever. And I'm not I'll pay Jesse to do it.
On my telly, my American telly, I got a bad one that's fretting out. I'm just going to do the single spot, just do that single one. So I'm going to level it out, and then I'm going to crown it, and then I'm going to shine it up and use maybe like these different grids of start off with a lower grid and maybe 3,000. Wind up with a grid. And then I have polished too. So I'm going to get it.
In the next 6 months, Mitch is going to set up Mitch's guitar repair shop there in his community because he's going to be good. He's got 13 guitars to work on, and you're going to be an expert before you know it. Now look,
I know I would get good. I did it with computers, and I didn't like it it was fine after a while, but I got close friends. I don't want to mention any names.
Yeah.
They don't do it now, but they would only call me. I mean, I was getting 20 years ago. I was doing it. I get paid. I would do it. I would have a flat fee. But anyway, then I had close friends. They would only call me when they have a computer problem.
When they have a computer,
they
weren't that close. All right, now listen. I need the chat to help me here. Mitch is going to get his Ivy.
Yes, IYV.
IYV.
Is that what it is?
IYV, whatever it is. Guitar, the big jazz box back. He had it set up and worked on it all. I want a video of you playing on that guitar.
Oh, I'm going to
backing track. I want to see that. That is a pretty guitar, man. That's a big bastard.
Here, I got it. Here, I'll show it now. And it only needed minor some fret following. That's all it needed. But I told him to go ahead and put new strings on. Just do whatever you normally do for a setup, since he's got it. But I am going to. Here, I'll show you the share screen and share tab. Which one is it? Got to find it. It is that one.
There we go. That is a cool looking guitar, man.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not. I thought it was fatter than that. That's
No, it's not.
actually
It's not. It's like
it's like as thin as my
it's
Epi
it's
hollow body.
it's the thinnest one I
Yeah,
got. It's
yeah,
probably smaller than that.
right.
It's not real thick. It's real comfortable to
But it's
play.
pretty. It's pretty, and it sounded good.
My leg doesn't fall asleep.
Right.
I thought it sounded good, and it was only a minor problem with it. Like I said, the nut was like it needs to be shaped, and it was. I thought it was too deep. He just had to follow the angle, because on the back you need it to go. You don't want it to go. Anyway, I
Right.
don't want to say, because I don't know everything what I'm talking about yet. But you should like kind of angle the back down and maybe towards where it's going to connect to, or anyway.
Francis noticed a sparkle on your pink telly.
Yeah,
Do they really have that in the dark blue? I haven't checked that out
they
yet.
do. Here, let me get
dark blue. Bring
here.
that
I'll
up.
get it up. I'll
Bring
show
it
them
up
up.
in
Yeah,
dark
go
blue.
ahead.
And I might buy one
Here,
of them.
talk for a while. Let me look.
That's more of a twangy type telly, right?
I'll show you all
My
the different
telly
colors.
does not twang.
They have a lot of different colors.
My
Well,
telly does not.
this is not real 12. To me, it's not real twangy like a real 12. I don't know if it's because.
Oh, really?
Nah, I don't know if it's because it's cheap pickups. And it
Well,
says it's a 12-inch, 12 ratio.
Yeah, for $150, I'll get Jesse to throw in a set of nice pickups.
Yeah, but it could sound funky.
Get all the twang.
I'm trying to learn some some guitar licks. It's just, some country licks up around the first position. It's hard for me to.
Right.
Anyway, let me get
bring up the blue. Bring up the blue sparkle.
All right, hold on.
And that's a monoprice.
I mean, no, they're Leo James. They're Leo James. Yeah,
Jesus
let me.
Christ, you are expert on all these.
No, I'm not. I can't. Where are the rest of them?
Oh man!
Here we go. All right. Let me. Here, let me get up.
All
right, let me share my screen, and you can see me switch to them, because you can pick what color, or I'll show you a bunch of different ones.
Well, show me the blue. The blue first.
All right, hold on. Share screen.
If it ain't blue, I ain't buying it.
All right.
Kidding. There's green.
You can see that. Green. Hold on. Let me get to
169 is going up.
Well, they're all. It depends on the color here. Like,
oh, really? Is that right?
Is that the one I got? Is that
169?
That's
149. It. 149.
But some of the more expensive ones may come with a. Mine didn't come with a gig bag, but some of them may. Here's a blue one, but it's not sparkly though. But they do have
179. Oh, all right. Do you have dark blue?
Here's one that's sparkly. There you go. See that?
All right, that's 170. Do they have dark blue or just medium blue?
Let's find out. No, that's even
lighter blue.
That's even a lighter one.
Well,
that one's 149.
Why don't they have dark blue?
All
right, highlight that one.
This one?
Yeah, that one there. 149. That ain't bad looking.
No. And it's to come. Yeah, it's the same as mine, just a different color. But some of them might be different. What is this one?
No pick guard. I like that. Mine. I like no pick guard.
It is a pick guard. It's transparent.
Oh, it's transparent.
Yeah,
I see that now. I can see that now.
Yeah, you can see it now. Now a guy follow on the budget guitar.
What color is it? The far right. The far right on the top row. Oh, white. Click that one on. Nah, I like the light blue.
Right.
I might get one. Just to piss my wife off.
She probably wouldn't for that little bit of price.
I say, look, it's the principle of the thing. I don't like the purple. I don't like that shade of purple. So you got to be Ravens purple.
Yeah.
If it was Ravens purple, I'd consider it.
So you got that blue.
Why don't they have a midnight blue?
And they have this one's a little darker.
What's the first one? What's the one on the far left? What's on the far left? Oh, I like that one. 149. Whoa.
Oh, sorry. There you go. Now they have these cheap ones.
Bigger. That's even.
That's a different design. That's like a blueberry burst.
Okay, that's like a wood grain instead of
the sparkle finish.
Now, is it real maple neck or does it just look maple?
I wouldn't know. It does look like maple. Yeah, yellowish, like the vintage style type of thing.
So
Now
150, I get $350 worth
look
of
at these.
pickups for
They
$500.
oh man, they went up on these things. They're not even as good as these. Don't even have on Nico 5. They went up. These were like 139. Oh, it
There
is.
it is. There it
It
is,
is.
139.
Look at that.
How about that?
But it
British.
doesn't have. It doesn't
Looks
have.
British. It looks British.
Yeah, that one's British. But here's the
Oh,
American
the
one.
flag. Oh, no, that's groovy.
Look,
119.
yeah.
I'm in.
I thought just to get one just to hang on a wall, just for a wall ornament, it'd be nice. You
That
know what
is
I mean?
very cool.
Now these don't, like I said, it's got the cheaper pickups than this, but it
I'm,
looks
I'm,
cool
I'm,
though.
I can always replace the pickups.
You can, yeah. But they
How about
got
that?
quite a bit of
How much it
choices.
cost to ship?
Oh, it's free shipping.
Really?
Yeah, everything. Everything's free. Look, it's free delivery if you can see when I free delivery Thursday, July 13th. Yeah, and then if you have Amazon Prime, it's going to be free anyway. But I
Right.
don't have
Oh,
Amazon
it's
Prime,
Amazon. Oh,
but you
okay.
don't have to have Amazon Prime. It's still
Leo
free.
Jams.
Leo Jams, yeah. And
Get out of here.
there's you could look at
Oh,
some
the dog.
reviews.
Hey, the doc is in the house. The dog paw. Woof.
Dog paw.
Everybody go
Oh,
woof.
I got to ask him a question. Let me get out of here. Let me stop.
Okay. Go ahead.
Because he dog paw. You're you like cakewalk, right? So I hear it's not going to be free anymore. They're doing away with the free version of cakewalk. Did you hear about that?
What the hell's cakewalk? Is that a
It's a
video
doll,
editing?
yeah,
Doll.
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 Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. They're doing away with the. I have it. I never use it. I haven't used it in a long time. I do have it installed. Um, what was good about it is it came with a truncated version of THU, one of the older versions, or TH3, whatever it was. You said he is in here, Dog Paw? Let me see. My thing is not
He
updating.
was.
Oh, he is. He's in here. My it's just not updating on my
10 watch.
yeah. I wonder why it's not updating on here. Let me top chat, live chat.
Yeah, he's in there.
Yeah, I see it, but it's not showing up on the StreamYard version for some reason. It's like way behind. The last thing I got was from Jose.
Hey, Francis, you haven't done any padded pedal room. You haven't done any videos lately, have you? I don't think you have.
Actually, he did have some videos. I forgot
Did he?
that. Yeah.
Did I miss him? How did I miss him? I got him. I got his bell rung. It's a wrong box. The padded pedal room.
And you do not see
DVR videos. No, 6 days ago. I missed that. I didn't see that.
And he was
Wire Stratocaster to Fender Custom. How did I miss it? Preston's pick. What is going on? I think I saw the vampire beads. Yeah, I saw the thing with you and Andy, but I missed the pics in the All right. But
he don't have anything to do with
6 days. Come on, Francis. Let's
he don't have anything to do
and
with
I'm glad you did a comparison thing, but I like when you play, man.
He don't have anything to do with Don. He don't have anything to do with you do know it. You do know.
Yeah.
I never see him. I don't know. I don't know why.
I don't think we need to bring that up.
No, but
no. He's not the Lone Ranger. All right, listen. I think we.
But real quick.
Right.
Francis in here. He's the one that turned me on the Lander, and I've been using it ever since. That thing works better than. And then there's a couple. You can do the restream thing. That works all right. And there's the other thing in Reaper works all right, but like it just works with everything that I've tried with. I mean, it works on the Mac, it works on the PC, Lander, and so I can stream my DAW. So you can. It's what. See, when I'm doing stuff, you're hearing. Right. If I'm playing live, you're hearing it from Reaper or Logic Pro, and because I'm using Lander, you can get the sounds from it, and it just works really. And it's the easiest one to use. You don't have to change any settings on your. I mean, if you're going into StreamYard, you need to pick it as your interface, your mic. Like on the PC, it will say. I mean, on the Mac, it will say Lander. On the PC, it will say Virtuality cables because that's what Lander uses. But it works good. It's solid. It really works good.
Yeah. Francis, I would like to chat with you in private one time. Maybe we'll do that. But Jesse left. Maybe Doc headed out.
That's all right.
Okay. But
I'll catch him on another.
Francis, anyway, you get do some do a new tune, man, because you're very talented, and I enjoy watching your.
Yeah, he does a lot of review. Well, what's the
DJ? There's a lot of talent.
What does he have? He don't have the Helix. He has the other thing.
Doc's here. Okay.
What does he have? Real quick, what's the interface you have? You're not using. You're using the competition to the. I can't remember the name of it.
I thought Francis was Reaper.
No, I'm talking about his. Like he was. He's not using the Helix. He's using the. Somebody put the name.
Head rush.
So he puts
he's an expert. He's an expert on it.
Yes, he got some really good tutorials.
Yeah, if you're a head rush guy, go to Padded Pedal Room because he knows what he's talking about. And
yeah, I did. I've seen those songs. Yeah, and it does a lot of things, and it does a lot of things that the Helix didn't do. The head rush, and it's cheaper. It's definitely cheaper.
Yeah. Mooney, that's
Wes. Is that Wes?
Wes, yeah. Wes.
I don't have no. While you're here, for instance, I got rid of my Helix. Everything is doing through DAWs. I do have a Helix Native, which is, and it uses the same patches as what the physical Helix Line 6 Helix uses, and that's fine for me. I'm getting the same sound. I couldn't. I did a comparison.
I couldn't tell. I couldn't.
They sound. I could tell because I'm doing it right here live, but basically it's the exact same thing, using the same patch.
The way you do your videos and all, you don't need 10 buttons on the floor and all that.
I am going to do something. Didn't we talk about it, or me and Gus, or me and you about? I'm going to play. Let's say I'll play something on this telly, this Leo James telly style and my American telly style.
Yeah, that's weird.
A blindfold thing.
Yeah.
See if you guys. When I feel a little better, I'm going to do something and see if you guys can tell what difference.
Yeah, what I told Mitch to do is to just like have a blacked out video screen, but sound 1 and sound 2, and then go back and play it, but show the video now of what he just did. Because without the video, with no video, you can't see which one he's playing. But there's a way of doing that where you can just, I don't know how. I don't think I'm
going to do it live. I'm not going to do it live.
Videos.
I'm not going to do it live, but
no, not live. But you don't have to do it live.
But that would be a good video.
That would be cool.
So, all right, you ready to cut it?
Well, Hetriani just came in. God damn.
Oh man.
Let me tell you, every time we do one of these things and we're getting ready to shut down the show, somebody comes in right when we shut. Usually it's I don't know, somebody, I can't remember who it is, but it's usually somebody from the West Coast. Hetriani, what's happening, dude?
You get some good PJ Colby.
We got a lot of good
Jesse's guitar. You got
PJ,
some really good guitar
Jesse
players.
fouled out.
Laura's guitars and
yeah. Doc got a new Chevy Colorado Trail 4x4. What are you going? 4x nice.
Good for you.
Good job.
Good for you. I'm still got my 10-year-old CRV.
I got my 23-year-old, no, not 21-year-old Dodge Dakota.
I can't hit 100,000 miles on mine. I don't go anywhere
on my Dakota. That beast runs like a champ. Right. Had the bed loaded up with 2 pine trees in it today.
Right.
All right, look, I got to go. I haven't had a cigarette
I'm going to
for over an hour, folks. I'm dying.
Just think if we did one for like 24 hours, you could quit smoking.
It'll come one day, maybe. But anyway, and here's a shout out to all my great channels with the shirts. I'm not naming them, but anyway, I got to go.
I got to go too.
Adriani, I'm sorry we're blowing out of here right when you come in, because you are a cool dude and a very talented guitar player, by the way.
Very, very.
I think he sings too. So, Mitch,
all right, guys,
I gotta go.
I'm going too. Good night, everybody. Good night, Don.
Get better, and I'll be in touch. Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Safe weekend, everybody. Bye. Bye, guys. Bye, Don.
Bye, Mitch.